Today on the bench we have a PRS knockoff. It's a kit guitar. It's not an original PRS. Let me see if I can get back. Just show you that. Someone had made it, actually stained it, and did a very nice job. His name is Mike. Here we go. I removed the head plate, the headstock plate, so I can get at the truss rod to adjust the neck. Problem with a lot of these kit guitars is that the neck to body joint here is usually cut wrong. The angle is cut wrong, which was the case with this guitar. There's not enough angle, back angle in the neck. So what's happening is that even though he lowered the bridge down as far as it'll go, the action, I don't know if you can see that, is still way too high off the fretboard. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to remove these height adjustment wheels and see if we can't put some pins in there and then substitute it with shims, probably some washers that you can't see that are skinnier than those wheels, so that I can lower the bridge down so we don't have to route any of the guitar out, and that should get the bridge lower. And then over here, if you can see, this nut is actually cut. This slot is not deep enough, so the strings are way too high, and when you actually go to press down, even though it'll be lowered eventually down by the bridge, when you press the string down here, the finger it around the 3rd fret and 2nd fret, it'll play out of tune. So we're going to have to adjust those slots and lower them. But we'll do that later. The first thing we're going to do is see if we can't get around this bridge issue and see if we can make something so that we can get that bridge lower to the body so we can lower the strings. Okay, we took the wheels out. This is the wheel here, if you can see, the height adjustment wheel, and you can see how thick that the washer is around it that supports it. And this is what we replaced it with, this nylon bushing that I found. And what's really cool about this is that, let me back up so it's not too blurry, I was able to actually screw it into the insert, into the body, and it was the right diameter, so it fit right over the hole, so it got the bridge down really low. That's as low as it's going to go. It's actually right on top of the flange of the metal bushing that actually holds the post in and screws into the body. So we're going to see how that fits right now, see what the action's like on the guitar. Drop the action considerably. Maybe it's too low. If it's too low, we'll have to shim it up here with maybe a washer underneath that, but we got it down, mission accomplished, and we didn't have to route the body out or change the bushings out or the bridge or anything. I took some feeler gauges and I inserted them between the bushing that goes into the body of the guitar and the bridge itself, till I got the right height, the height I was looking for, so that the action was low enough without getting a buzz. And it turned out that that was 62 thousandths of an inch, which this neoprene washer just happens to be. And instead of using this larger washer, which you would see, it would protrude from the outer edge of this bridge, I used the same thickness, only smaller. I'll bring the camera down so you can actually see it between the bridge itself and the bushing. And now if I play it, there's no more buzz and the action is perfect. It's just the way he wants it. Okay, here's a close-up. You can see the nylon washer between the metal bushing that's inside the body and the bridge of the guitar itself. Back out a little bit, you can see it right there. If I go over the top, you can hardly see it. In fact, you really can't see it at all. So it's a very clean look. And the action is down. It's very respectful. Right now I have to measure it at the 12th fret. I haven't done that yet, but I will. But it plays clean with no buzz. And now we have to take care of that nut problem. The strings are sitting too high in the nut, and they're too far away from the frets up here around the first position. So if I play the G string, it'll flex too much there, and it'll raise in pitch. It'll be sharp. So we're going to take care of that next. Here's the guitar from another angle. There's the nut. We lowered the slot so we have the right distance to the 1st fret from the lower slot of the nut itself. There's another view of the guitar. It's been intonated, new strings added. We use these strings here. Slinky Cobalt, Ernie Ball, nice string. That's what's on here, gauge 10. It's actually a nice guitar. Some of these kit guitars could be very nice, but you always have to be aware of the fact that, you know, things like this can go wrong. This neck to body joint, again, was not cut to spec, the PRS spec, and the angle was not the right angle that they used. It's a little bit steeper than this, and as a result they had problems with this bridge. But we got around it. We lowered it. We were able to get around it. We lowered the bridge and we got it to the right height using those nylon washers and these insert these posts that I inserted so that the bridge wouldn't move.